subscribers, and I'm always getting asked a lot of the same questions about paint mixing, etc. So I'm going to start with the first thing, which people ask me about this pan. This is a washing machine pan that I got at Menards, but it is on my Amazon list, which is in my video description. So it is washing machine pan, and then these are bars that you would put on the wall for shelving units, and that's what I use because they are nice and sturdy. I used to use yardsticks. You can use those too. They're like 80 cents at the hardware store. A lot of the time when I am painting MDF, I use these plastic L-shaped things, which are, again, you know, you hang them for a shelf because they're like 50 cents. So I use these a lot to hold my wood. Trying to think what else is at this table. My torch, use it to pop air bubbles, and it brings cells up. But if you don't pop the air bubbles, you're going to get texture on your pour. It's not going to look good. I have the torch head on my Amazon list. Propane I do not, because I don't want to be responsible if any of you blow your house up or not. So I will supply the torch head listing, but you're responsible for your own propane. A lot of people use like a cooking torch, like a flambe torch. And then I've got my trusty mallet, and they come in different weights. This is so covered, I have absolutely no idea what it is anymore. These are my 5.5 ounce cups with lids, again, Amazon. And I also have the little 2 ounce ones with lids. And over here are my bamboo stirrers, which I love because I don't know whatever coating is on them, but you can wipe them, and even if, like, see how that one's blue? I could mix white with it and it wouldn't even come off. It's awesome. These containers come 2 for $1 for $1 at the dollar store. I keep my black paint in this, but it has measurements on the side, so this is usually what I mix resin in. And this is also from the dollar store where I have, where I keep my mixed white paint. And the gloves are on my Amazon list. I'm trying to think. Now I'm going to, I think that might be it, because my resin is in a box. But this is Stone Coat resin. I like art resin as well. This is the washing machine pan when it's clean. Oh, I think I just turned you around. And this is a portion of my roll of butcher paper that, I mean, I've had last me over a year. So now I'm going to hook you up because I'm going to mix paint. Okay, so where that Floetrol is, let's see. All right. I really don't want to be in this, but I fear I might be. So I'm going to mix it in here. I don't measure at all, but we'll attempt to. This is 2 quarts. So just for giggles, I will pour it to half, to 1 quart. And since I don't measure, now that I'm trying to measure, it's probably going to get all messed up. This is the paint I use. Dutch Boy is only found at Menards, I believe. I have also used, oh God, this is open. I have also used Benjamin Moore. I have had viewers tell me they've had really good luck with just paint from Walmart. So this Dutch Boy is about $28 to, it runs between $26 and $29 a gallon. So kind of a mid-range paint. All right, so what I say, I was gonna fill it to 4 quarts, or 4 cups. But, I'm crawling under you, don't look at me. I just got off work. My face was clawed by babies today. I swear their fingernails, they're like Edward Scissorhands. I don't know how baby fingernails are so damn sharp. But they are. So yeah, so it's about half-ish. Floetrol. In the States, this gallon costs a little under $14. Those of you who live out of the States, I think it is a lot more. On Amazon, I think it's more. There are other, what it is a paint extender, a latex paint extender. I have a feeling there are other brands of this, but I have never used one, so I can't advise. I don't like pouring medium. I don't use glue. I keep it simple, just Floetrol and water. So I am actually going to fill this. I am hoping, I may have put too much paint in here. So that, let's say that's 50% paint. I'm gonna do about, yeah, this is going to be too thick because that was a quarter Floetrol. And I'm gonna need more than a quarter water, I believe. So I suppose if one is measuring, so far we are at 50, 25, and then, you know, put another 25% for water. Where's my water? Where's my water? And add the water slow because you can always add more, but you really can't take away. This might be. Add a little bit more water. I like my paints thinner than other artists do. Because mine is always thinner than honey. And somebody had talked about warm wax. Well, warm wax is almost, well, it's like a, or I guess warm honey. Maybe that would be it. More like warm wax, warm honey. And I'm going to use one of my, oh, I have a bamboo because I can just tell because I do it all the time if it feels right with the bamboo and it is too thick. So add a little bit more water. And these are just things you'll learn. And if you pour it and it's too thin, then I would then just add more paint. And if you pour it and it's too thick, add more water. I mean, those of you who have watched me for a long time, I tend to keep things simple. I mean, I am particular about how my paint, you know, but I tend to get kind of laid back about this kind of thing. because it's paint. It's not the end of the world. And I use the house paint because it is economical. I could never afford to use artist paint in this quantity. And this works great, so I really see no reason to. Oh, and I should add that it's ultra white. Paint comes in different base colors. Okay, now see how it's pretty runny. And that is about how I like it. So yeah, paint comes in different tints to base coats, and this is ultra white right off the shelf. And I also have my black paint, and that I had them tint. It actually is called, I'm looking at it, True Black. But it did take us a while to find like the blackest black. But so I had that tinted. And then shut. And that's that. And I will show you some of the brands of paint that I use. And when I do use a medium, this is what I like. It is Artist Loft Iridescent Medium, found at Michael's. This is their brand. And Liquitex does have one as well. It's pricier, and I'm not as fond of it. And this is thick. This is as thick as their paint is, which is kind of nice because you can mix it just like the paint. So I like Artist Loft paint. Some of their paint, some of the colors are kind of chunkier to mix, and they may need, like, you know, let it sit for a day and it'll smooth out and you'll be able to stir it in no time. And Liquitex Basic, whoops, is a good one. And Grumbacher, their colors are very dark. They're probably not, I consider these basically interchangeable, totally identical. This color, their colors are a lot richer, but that's not always a good thing. Sometimes they're too dark. All right, so I was going to show you that. And I was going to show you, let me grab, uh-oh, that's not good. Couple more toys. All right, for varnishing, as I said, I do use resin, but resin's a whole different ball game. If you're looking for ease, the sprays are very easy. This one happens to be a satin finish, but Krylon has a gloss finish. They also have one called triple gloss. I don't know what it is, but I prefer the satin. I used to really be into the glosses, but now I prefer satin or matte. This is super easy to do. I don't, even when I've got silicone, I don't wash the canvases when I use this. I just spray it on. But the reason I had stopped using it, because the smell is just toxic, you know? So I do it in the basement, and you can smell it all the way up to the second floor. So it's pretty bad. Like my door that I did, the bathroom door, I used this on it. So that was a huge thing I was spraying. And I sprayed it in the morning and then went to work so that nobody would be home to smell it all day. And then I do have a video on these. I now really only want to use the matte. This has even been opened. It's It's not open. I could return it. Yes. Guess I'm going to Michael's tomorrow. I'll just exchange it for another matte one. I don't like the gloss too much anymore. I find it it gives such a sheen. Sometimes it takes away from the art. But I have art that's done both ways. The matte does not show any brush marks. Regardless, I've used a foam brush and a sponge. No brush marks on the matte. The gloss, even doing my best, there's still a teeny tell to it. But I have switched, instead of using the big sponges, I am using those foam brushes. All right, so we got varnish, we have paint, I have how to mix. I use canvases generally from Michael's when they go on sale. I stock up when they go on sale because in the States they'll do like 70% off. And so I don't buy them for less than 60% off because they'll eventually go to 70. This is MDF that a local shop teacher cuts for me. I enjoy painting on it. It is a hassle because I prime it. I have to prime both sides and then sand it. And that's a hassle. But I do like it. And I was going to show you... Oh, I don't have... Well, I do have one. Hang on. Oops. I think this one is... Well, this is a painting, but I like these wooden panels. This, I believe, is from Blick. Blick has good prices. I bought them online from there. And they also have a 5-pack of smaller ones that are called Value Pack, and they're actually really nice quality. And I think it works out to be like maybe $5 a panel. But I have a different brand on my Amazon list, which I like a lot better than Blick's, because these are like sharp, like a regular edge, but the ones on Amazon just seem a little more curved or something. I don't know. I mean, they're still 90 degrees, but they seem a little better to me. And I'm looking around, and I will show you, I don't know if I showed you the silicone. I have an on-again, off-again relationship with silicone. Lately, we are dating, but only in swipes and stamp techniques. We're dating. So I do have playlists of different techniques, and I believe I'm looking around, and I think that is it. But ask any other questions that come to mind, and I will try and answer them as best as I can. Thanks. Oh, that was my hand. You didn't see that.